I think Caitlin Clark should have been on the USA team.
Bro. I think so too.
Because
I think it's good for the brand.
It's great for the brand. And let's not. We talk brand any other time. Let's not act like it don't matter now.
Oh, man, it
matters. It
makes
matters.
the most sense.
You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we're going to talk about Team USA. And, of course, NBA superstar Draymond Green. Now, this isn't the first time he's commented on dealings involving Caitlin Clark. He made some comments a while back in regards to the fact that the Indiana Fever needed an enforcer when so many players were going out there and taking cheap shots on Caitlin Clark during the first half of the WNBA season, and we really saw it in those first 12 or 13 games where she was in the league. And people wanted to try to act like the play that Kennedy Carter, where she called Caitlin Clark a bitch before she gave her the forearm shiver, was a part of regular tough basketball, hard-nosed basketball. And I'm like, no. I mean, even in the Anthony Mason, New York Knicks, Charlotte Hornet, Indiana Pacer days, Reggie Miller, even that would have been a dirty play back then. I mean, that's all there was to it. It was a shady, dirty-ass play. By the way, I loved that kind of basketball back in those days, but I don't want to see that kind of blatant, unsportsmanlike conduct in a basketball game either. It's not football. It's not hockey, right? It's a basketball game. And he came out and said, look, the Indiana Fever need an enforcer. And now he is making some comments about the fact that what a lot of us are thinking, and we've talked about, why in the F did Team USA not put Caitlin Clark on this team? And how big of a massive miss it was. By the way, the Team USA ratings came out for the men's. This is how shady everything is gone. I did a video yesterday afternoon. Team USA ratings on the women's side are still missing in action. They're nowhere to be found. They haven't released them. That, as far as I can see of the things I know I can get to that I use for ratings, those ratings are non-existent. You cannot get the last 2 games. The ratings have not emerged from those 2 games. And what's probably going to happen, they'll come out after the WNBA season comes back. Well, I hate to break it to them. If they're still shitty, I'm still doing a video on it. I mean, that's all there is to it. And a lot of us feel like it was a massive miss for the game of basketball to not put Caitlin Clark on this team. Well, Draymond Green, he just come out and said it on his podcast. Like, what are you doing? The men's, they had a big rating. That big game against Serbia the other day that was so close, that game had 11 million viewers on it, and it had 13.5 million in the second half of that game. People are tuning in to watch the dudes. The women, not so much, and they're hiding that. So don't give me the marketing and branding doesn't make a big deal, because if Caitlin Clark was on this team, they'd be releasing those ratings, because we'd probably be talking about games up in the 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 million viewership range. Let's check this out. Draymond and Baron Davis.
I think Caitlin Clark should have been on the USA team.
Bro. I think so too.
Because
I think it's good for the brand.
It's great for the brand. And let's not. We talk brand any other time. Let's not act like it don't matter now.
Oh, man, it
matters. It
makes
matters.
the most sense.
100%. If you think about what the 1992 Barcelona team, Dream Team,
Right.
did for the brand of basketball.
Yes.
The W is still are still in those phases of the NBA,
Yes.
right? Like
Yes.
the NBA during that, the W is there. So it must be about spreading this globally, and she's the biggest global star.
Man, we should have looked. Yeah.
in women's basketball. And listen, I think like the women we got over there, I think Angel Wilson's going to be the GOAT. But like, just from a pure branding and marketing standpoint, Caitlin's the biggest. And so for her to not be on the
Angel
team,
Reese should have been on the team.
I agree.
Think so, because
for her not to be on the team, Angel Reese not to. I think for what they're doing for women's basketball, Like,
Yeah, bro.
that should matter. And by the way, what they showed you in this half a season is that I'm going to be one of them ones.
I'm one of them
So it's
ones
okay to bet on me
already.
right now because I'm going to be one of them ones. She's leading. Angel Reese is leading the league in double-doubles and broke the all-time record. Caitlin Clark is leading the league in assists on a historical pace. They've shown you we're going to be one of them
In
ones.
the first half of the season,
So
bro.
you can make that bet on me. It's cool.
Yeah.
Like,
He's like, look, they're going to be all-time greats. Caitlin Clark's going to be all-time great. I mean, yeah, she's having a historical rookie year. Again, never mind rookie of the year. We're starting to talk top 3 MVP balloting now. All right, that's where we're at. On top of it, it's the disaster of Diana Taurasi and Chelsea Gray being horrible. They've been awful. And this is his point. This was such a massive, huge deal back in the day. I'm plenty old enough to remember this team. I was 16 years old when this team was put together. I watched all of it. Larry, Michael, Magic. It was a big damn deal. And, you know, Olympic fans, sports fans, we got denied something like this. Right? Again, the impact that would have had, the cultural impact on basketball. Look, basketball needs some W's. Basketball in general needs some W's because even the NBA's ratings is not nearly what they were 10 or 15 years ago. And having Caitlin Clark, I will continue to say, in that USA basketball, in that Team USA jersey, would have been everything. Everything. And I keep seeing some people bring up, well, they're still going to win gold. They're still winning. That's not the point. Why not have both? You had the opportunity to have both. The marketing, the branding, the explosion of everything around that, and the wins. All right? I mean, Caitlin Clark, her statistics showed she deserved to be on the team because of her play. Never mind the branding and the superstardom that she is. Never mind that. I mean, she was playing better than multiple players that are on this team. Seriously. That's the thing. They all look like idiots. And you understand when you realize what Dawn Staley and Jen Rosati and Cheryl Reeve had done here, you understand why the WNBA's never been successful and never turned a profit. Because they're not very smart, right? And they care more about, you know, all these activist causes than they do actually running a successful business. Because if I'd have been Kathy Engelbert, if I'd have been Adam Silver, and we know he's not happy about it, I would have told Cheryl Reeve, you're putting Caitlin on this team, by God. I mean, you're doing it. Figure it out. If I was NBC, I would have said, you're not leaving her off this team, right? And that would have been on a conference call, and you would have to explain that. And listen to whoever's in charge over at NBC bawl you out over it. Man, it's crazy. And now it's so bad. 2 of the lowest attended games we've ever seen for the women. And now the ratings are so bad they're just hiding them. Draymond's right. It's a huge miss. It's a massive miss. It should have been a slam dunk. He's also right. Indiana Fever should have an enforcer. Steal. I mean, honestly. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.